Dr. Baxter, also known as Dr. Raven, the Science Maven, is an internationally acclaimed award-winning educator and molecular biologist who's renowned for her aptitude to merge science with popular culture. She also happens to appear in this current issue of People's Magazine, so if you haven't seen it, look for that. I could go on at length, but please refer to the program for Dr. Baxter's extended bio. At this moment, I'd like to please welcome Dr. Raven Baxter to the podium.
Thank you. Oh my. Hello, everyone. Congratulations. To the Buffalo State University class of 2023, it is my pleasure and honor to address you. And first and foremost, again, let's give a round of applause for you and your families and friends because you did it. You did it. I am so proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves. I believe that President Conway Turner invited me to speak with you today because she knows that I love science and education and inspiring people to be the best they can be, unapologetically. But also, I'm a two-time Buffalo State graduate. I got my bachelor's degree in biology from here in 2014 and my master's degree in biology from here in 2016. So, thanks. So I know everything about what it's like and what it takes to be a Buff State student. And I can tell you that the hard work and dedication you all have shown in getting here today is nothing short of remarkable. And today we're celebrating your successes and those of your classmates. You overcame obstacles and achieved great things. I'll be honest, I didn't realize until I left Buffalo State what a special place this is, and what a strong foundation, education, and sense of belonging I developed here. And with my biology degrees from Buffalo State, I became a molecular scientist who worked on exciting, novel drug discovery research using state-of-the-art tools to find treatments for complex diseases and cancers with a specialty in protein folding. I'm genuinely excited for each and every one of you because I know that, like me, you're graduating from here and embarking on a journey to follow your passions and take advantage of all of the opportunities that this world has to offer you, and even create new opportunities for yourself and others. Believe it or not, some of you in this room are going to change the world. I want to tell you a small piece of my journey at Buffalo State, and then share some important things that I learned through my journey here that I believe will help you in your life after Buff State. Millions of people today, as Dr. Conway Turner shared, call me Dr. Raven, the Science Maven, and know me as a molecular biologist who shares science in fun and engaging ways, whether it's through hip hop or rap music, fashion, or comedy. And a lot of people can identify some of my accomplishments, like being on the Forbes 30 Under 30 and Fortune 40 Under 40 list. And last week, I was inside the cover of People magazine. Thank you. And these accomplishments, the accomplishments are cool and all, but honestly, I think what makes me truly great and shaped me into who I am today are my failures. A lot of people don't know this, but I ended my freshman year as a science major with an impressive 1.4 GPA. So impressive. I came to Buff State about 10 years ago as a transfer student. Shout out to my transfer students. I came here as a transfer student after being put on academic suspension from another school during my freshman year. And even when I transferred to Buffalo State, I was still growing as a student, and you could tell by my grades. 2 of my first advisors told me I should leave the science field entirely, One said I should be a sociology major instead, and the other told me, whoop, whoop, the other told me that I should become a cruise ship director. He must have known that I always knew how to get the party started. Woo! Those people who didn't quite believe I could be a part of science might actually be in this room with us right now, watching me talk to you. They didn't quite see the vision that I had for myself. But more importantly, who might also be in this room with us are people here who did see the vision that I had within myself. People like Dr. Wadsworth, Dr. Potts, Dr. Scarrett, and Dr. Beam, just to name a few. They saw something great in me and guided me gently, and sometimes very firmly, as a budding molecular biologist. I was my own #1 cheerleader, and I felt like they were my #2. They saw the vision in me. So, like all of you here today, I worked hard as well and dedicated myself to my academics and learning. And along with the amazing support that I had here and the faculty and staff who saw the vision and the partnership I had with my fellow classmates, and by the prayers of my family, by the time I graduated from Buffalo State, I was on the dean's list. I was a failing science student who became a science history maker, literally. Today, I'm featured in the Smithsonian Museum of African American History and Culture. Thank you. I'm featured in their Afrofuturism exhibit as a representation of the future of science. So I would want to take a moment right now and give a special shout out to anyone here who struggled academically. Because despite your challenges, you achieved. You're here today. You made it. And you will go out in the world and do great things in your own unique ways. I shared my story of becoming with you because life is full of becomings. You spent the last few years here becoming a college graduate, and now you're becoming a part of the professional world. And there will be many more becomings. Some of you will become advocates for yourself and others, experts in your field, activists for change, leaders with powerful voices, or decision makers that get the job done. Many of you might even become all of those things. And in the process of becoming, you may not even know exactly what you're becoming. You just need to believe in yourself enough to take the step you're being called from within to take. Follow that calling in your heart. You might graduate today as a biology major, but later find a love for physics and find a career as an astrophysicist. You might also have a passion for art and become the world's leading space illustrator and graphic designer for Hollywood blockbuster movies. Becoming might mean that you're open to transforming yourself and the world around you, pushing through barriers and shaking tables. And even in times where it seems like you're not going anywhere, you're still capable of becoming. Becoming means that you're following your calling, so even in the dark, you'll still have an idea of where to go. Becoming is a journey of being the vision that you see for yourself. And if that sounds a bit scary to accomplish, then think about moving like the world is watching, but also like nobody's watching at all. And what I mean by that is move with purpose, but move fearlessly. And that doesn't mean that you don't have any fear, but it means that you can do things even when fear and uncertainty is present. Thank you. I'll share this quote from Amy Poehler that I have hanging up on my wall in my office, and I look at this every day. She said, "Great people do things before they're ready. They do things before they know they can do it. And I want you to sit with that for a moment. Great people do things before they know they're ready. Anytime you're moving through life and you feel like you might be following a passion or a calling, but you feel unsure of yourself, maybe nervous or unworthy, remember that having a passion and a calling is a very special thing. Don't let anything or anyone get in the way of that. And most importantly, don't even let yourself get in the way of that. You don't have to be ready to do great things. You'll just do it. You don't have to ask for permission to be great. You don't have to wait for other people to be great for you to be great. And there's not a special time to be great. Do great things and do them even if you're scared, even when you're not expecting to do them. Everything that you want to become is already within you today. And you're graduating today, but your process of learning and discovery is just beginning. The degrees that you're obtaining today signify a foundation that you'll be building on for the rest of your life. And from here, you can use the foundation of your education to do so many things. Maybe you'll start a business, pursue another degree, or take the first steps into your profession, just to name a few possibilities. But take it from me, the possibilities are endless. Some of you are going to put in a lot of work to discover what that means and to explore all that the world has to offer you. When I left Buffalo State, I knew that I loved science, but I honestly didn't have a clear example of what I wanted to do. Yes, even after my master's degree, I was still trying to figure it out. So if you're here today and you're proud of your accomplishment, but you still are wondering and don't have a clear plan for the path ahead, be very kind to yourself. Give yourself grace. Why? Because the most important thing I learned through my experiences at Buffalo State was not what I wanted to do, but who I wanted to be and how I wanted to show up in the world. And I knew that whatever I was going to do, I was going to do it fiercely, forcefully, and fearlessly as my unapologetic self. And I knew, thanks. And I knew that I didn't want to fit in any box that people were trying to put me in. And I knew that I wanted to make positive impacts on people around the world, all in the name of science. How? I had to figure it out through trial and error, but I stayed true to what I felt in my heart. And with that mindset, I was able to maintain my confidence as I went on a wild journey of personal and professional exploration. And this is the mindset that got me to where I am today. So I want you all to continue digging deep, keep learning, keep doing the work of exploration. Who do you want to become? Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? How do you want to show up in the world? And if you haven't taken the time to think about this, I invite you to do so. And you don't have to do it alone. Talk to people that you trust, people that you admire, and people who you believe share the vision that you have for yourself, because it takes a community to become. There's great reward in following your heart, sticking to the process, and staying true to yourself. So keep curious, keep exploring, keep growing, because there's a whole world out there waiting for you, and I can't wait to see what you'll discover. We are all here proud of you and your accomplishments. Congratulations to the Buffalo State University class of 2023. Thank you.